Ebusham from my mom, Aquaba, ever Ghana 70 VGH, let's say all like a comment, subscribe, turn on notification also so that anytime I post a video, it's a way to some make. Ebusham for Chairman Allotey Jacobs, our former regional chairman, my NDC, our Central Region. I'm not bɛcome or Captain Smart ni onuafo post bi ase. Na post ni say Captain Smart. Some guy say I came to break the news to you, say Captain Smart person or contest for MP. Ewo Gomua West. Bekai. Enti I catch them also say I say no almost start to say come share. But maybe sure say na nye come share. Na settings. I want set it to omo the come share no start sa. Now I can say if I come share or tea and I will consider and blah blah blah. All right. Now I bet to you say Captain Smart can say ono say Gomua West for eto abamana or $5 million. I on one bottom sika or the Bayer development el Gomua West. Captain Smart don't know. Kojo Smart say ono $5 million. $5 million no the bag Ghana scammer. 60 million Ghana cedis out the Bayer development. And now the betu Jana Chairman Allotey Jacobs say Sheni Jimmy. Jimmy who $5 million. Now who comment now say be break actually answer obi sound say who say $5 million ah. And then now be train sama e vote am as MP say now be start e use. I know a wicked person. And a wicked mentality no. MP no who say MP muna mu say MPs no or mu development agent. So was scarp as or fire genuine business. You invest it whilst you are not an MP. And maybe for to become an MP any later matter. I said, oh, this kind of tool. Let's see what say. There be one use it. Now, I'm voting more as MP. And you'll be voting more. Now, Captain Smart, we MP. We are journalists crying who's now I work MP. Nko for my day our media no so be bread do na amko parliament nko amuntu mi kasa. Wa wonu ya plus o ko mi kasa. Na Captain Smart $5 million. Who are we a media person now who boss at the price no? Some money no. Or mind be man the moment you say that you start investigating you for money laundering. Because they say we media scar ent me $5 million. We media scar media juma o ya no. Ent me most scar could do $5 million. Now yes, look at Smart who endorsement biasa. As a brand endorsement, because a brand say Oscar Bibrisa. Anka Mark Brown cry na car anka yeti ase. Mbawo. Enti by now anka say Yoko. Enfre Captain Smart na omsati investigation. Wa munye. There be omo twen say MPP ni bi asembeba. Omo tina so. That is how the kind of country John Mahama supervise over. Now I'm shocked say even NDC followers and say omo dey I mean me. Because omododo na ye na omo kasa mutme ka chwe say dey be amanu ko say dey abruso. It's a tiafaso. Those of them who want to speak the truth, they will tell you plainly. But now who calls them? You can't want to the video be answer. And I capture myself $5 million. Now besides Parliament will call for salary 4 years and drew $1 million. And then the Parliament person will call by all means, not spend his ask. Legitimacy. Is that not so? But what are you trying to hide? Those are questions we'll ask you. What are you trying to hide? Could you smart? Says, can you genuine money? Start using it now.
Speaker, I rise today not only as the Member of Parliament for Allotey constituency, a constituency that has repeatedly suffered the painful consequences of flooding, but also a representative concerned about the future of how we design, build, and protect our communities across Ghana. Speaker, the recent floods in Accra have once again reminded us of how vulnerable our cities have become in the face of changing rainfall patterns and a changing climate. What was once considered as an occasional disaster is increasingly becoming a recurring threat, demanding a fundamentally different approach. For many years, our response to flooding has followed a familiar cycle. The rains come, communities are submerged, lives and livelihoods are disrupted, emergency relief is provided, drains are desilted, and when the waters recede, we return to business as usual. Until the next rainy season brings us back to this very same conversation, Mr. Speaker, we must ask ourselves a very difficult but necessary question. How many times will we rebuild the same communities after the same disaster before we change the way we build our cities? Before we change our habits? Before we enforce accountability? Let us hold a mirror to ourselves and confront this issue once and for all. The challenge is not simply that we have too much rain. The challenge is that we have increasingly developed our communities in ways that leave water with nowhere to go. The people of Allotey understand this reality all too well. Communities such as Wiaboman, SCC and its surrounding areas, White Cross, Away, Tetegu, Oblogo, Kokroko, Bola Road, Wejagonse, Glefe, and other repeatedly experienced ones have faced very devastating consequences of flooding. Families have lost their homes, traders have lost their livelihoods, and children have watched their schools and belongings destroyed by flood waters. Mr. Speaker, our responsibility is not only to stand with these affected citizens in their moment of distress. Our responsibility is to ensure that we break this cycle. We must move from fighting water to managing water, from responding to disasters after they occur to building communities that are resilient before disaster happens. Mr. Speaker, our first responsibility must be to those who are currently suffering. Government, through NADMO and all appropriate institutions, must continue to provide emergency shelter, healthcare, sanitation, support, relief items, and recovery assistance to affected families. Mr. Speaker, there must be immediate desilting and dredging of critical drainage systems and waterways, particularly in vulnerable communities. In Allotey, this could be done, or this will be done in the following areas. New Allotey East, the Atala stretch, Mr. Speaker, and this one is a stubborn one. It is notoriously known. White Cross, High Tension, and Kokojo. Tetegu, Wasaman, Miami, Anyanya, Oblogo behind the Bibini Park, Weja, Away, and St. Joseph area, German, Elliot Stretch to SDA Church, Bawi East, Bale and Sikoni down, New Bawi, Good Shepherd area, Malam West, behind Pentecost Vocational, Gilead School, Mata Keys area to Malam Junction. That was the place I was this morning. Malam East, near Pentecost Church, close to the Angola Public Toilet. Makati South, Salvation Church, and the Men's Home area. Wiaboman and Gonse, Lorry Station down and Clinic area. Mr. Speaker, beyond the emergency interventions, this is how we can do some rethinking and manage our water. We must be honest with ourselves. Emergency interventions alone will not solve this challenge. No drainage system, no matter how well designed, can evacuate all water during extreme high-intensity rainfall events. The floods of the future cannot be managed only by building larger drains. Modern flood-resilient cities understand that the solution is to slow water, store water, spread water safely, and allow the ground to absorb water naturally. Mr. Speaker, I therefore call on the Honorable Minister responsible for works, housing, and water resources, and all relevant ministers. And Mr. Speaker, let me put on notice that the Minister of Works and Housing has been supportive so far, to appear before the House and present a comprehensive update on government's immediate, medium, and long-term flood mitigation strategy. Mr. Speaker, I also wish to ask what has become of the flood task force established by His Excellency, the President. the work undertaken by that task force, its findings and recommendations should be brought before this House and considered as part of our broader national conversation on sustainable flood solutions. Mr. Speaker, I further urge the relevant parliamentary committees, particularly the Works and Housing Committee and the Local Government Committee, to invite the metropolitan and municipal chief executives of the most affected communities to present their local flood prevention strategies, preparedness plans, and specific interventions being implemented to protect vulnerable residents. Flood resilience requires accountability at every level: national government, local authorities, technical agencies, and communities themselves. Mr. Speaker, we must confront a difficult truth. In many cases, we continue to create the conditions for tomorrow's flood through today's development choices. Our building approval systems must evolve. They must no longer ask only whether a structure can stand safely. They must ask a more fundamental question: what happens to the water when this structure is built? This requires a new generation, a generation of climate-sensitive building and planning regulations. We must therefore introduce and enforce measures such as: 1. The mandatory water impact assessments before approving major developments. 2. Rainwater harvesting systems to temporarily retain storm water at household, commercial, and institutional levels. 3. Limits on excessive paving and hard surfaces so that soil can continue to absorb rainfall. 4. Green infiltration areas, vegetated channels, and landscape depressions designed to slow and absorb excess water. 5. Strict enforcement against illegal development on waterways and other environmentally sensitive areas. Mr. Speaker, these are not necessarily expensive solutions. They are simply smarter ways of designing our communities and require consistent enforcement and political commitment. Mr. Speaker, a Greater Accra Flood Resilience Plan is required, and I'm ending my statement. I therefore call for the development of a comprehensive Greater Accra Flood Resilience Plan, a long-term strategy that moves us beyond seasonal emergency responses and addresses flooding at its roots. This plan must bring together engineers, hydrologists, environmental scientists, urban planners, local assemblies, traditional authorities, and communities under a coordinated framework. The plan should be built around 5 key pillars, Mr. Speaker. 1, the engineering and emergency preparedness pillar, which comes with modernization of drainage systems, continuous desilting and dredging of existing channels, improved flood forecasting and emergency response system. 2, nature-based solutions, which comes with protection and restoration of wetlands, preservation of floodplains, creation of green corridors and natural water retention areas. 3, the smart urban development, which comes with climate-sensitive building regulations, water impact assessments, rainwater retention systems, control on excessive paving and urban hardening. 4, community stewardship and behavioral change, which comes with flood resilience. It's not only an engineering challenge, it is a shared responsibility. It requires stronger public education, responsible waste disposal, respect for natural drainage pathways, and active community leadership. Plastic waste and indiscriminate dumping continue to block our drains, Mr. Speaker, and worsen flooding. Ghana's strong community networks provide a powerful foundation for citizens to become partners in protecting their environment. Mr. Speaker, the final one, which is governance, coordination, and accountability. There must be clear institutional responsibilities, sustainable funding, measured targets, and regular reporting to this honorable House so that flood resilience remains a continuous national priority, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, as I end, I want to call on this House, respectfully. The cost of prevention will always be less than the cost of rebuilding homes and restoring infrastructure after every disaster. But while buildings can be reconstructed and roads can be repaired, the lives lost can never be recovered. This is the true cost of our inaction. The lesson from Wejagbawe and other communities across Greater Accra is not simply that we need larger drains. The lesson is that we need a new relationship with water. Mr. Speaker, the emphasis is that we need a new relationship with water. For too long, we have treated water as an enemy to be pushed away. The most resilient cities in the world have learned to give water space, to work with natural systems, and to design communities that can withstand the realities of a changing climate. By combining engineering, good governance, responsible citizenship, and respect for our natural systems, we can build a cleaner, safer, and more resilient Ghana. Mr. Speaker, let this parliament not be remembered merely for how many times it's debated floods after they occurred. Let it be remembered as the parliament that changed Ghana's approach to flood management from a cycle of disaster, relief, and reconstruction to a future built on prevention, resilience, and responsible development. The people of Wejagbawe, the people of Greater Accra, and indeed all Ghanaians deserve nothing less but good governance and proper places to sleep. I thank you very much, and may God bless you all. Thank you.